chair over and sat down beside me, her hands together in her lap. "Can you tell me anything about yesterday, Sarah?" she said. I knew this was a test. I knew I had to say something, so I tried to recall things before today. Looked again at the red stone, surrounded by a circle of tiny, sparkling diamonds. "Your ring." She turned the ring on her finger and smiled. "Anything else?" I searched the room for inspiration. There was not much to see. Another chair, the side table, a lamp, a jug of water, a glass, a painting on the wall, a window. "I remember the sun." She smiled. "Yes, it was sunny yesterday. Anything else?" Anything else? Yes, there was something else, but I didn't want to talk now. I wanted to concentrate, but my thoughts were giving way to the hum of the lights, to the distant laughter of a child, ridiculing me. I felt myself becoming lower. A heavy door closed, then footsteps. 2 shadows alongside the nurse, one tall and wide, one short and thin. I tried to focus as the ruby ring fingers secured the sheet too tightly over my arms. I tried to listen as the same as before nurse spoke to the shadows, informed them of things beyond my hearing, as if only they were entitled to know. That today, I remembered yesterday. Episode 2. As far as I remember, the day began with waiting. Of course, I had by now come to realize that cats care very little about the passage of time. Only people care about that. So I stood patiently and watched the black and white cat sniff the newspaper around the outside of the plate, lick some invisible scrap of tuna from the newsprint, re-sniff the plate, and then, without casting even a glance in my direction to offer some gesture of humble gratitude, pad purposefully towards the cat flap and nose its way through. I had no idea who that cat belonged to. If it had a name, I was not aware of it. In fact, my association with this animal depended entirely upon the fact that the door that opened from my dank backyard into my kitchen included this special, cat-sized flap. I had considered resealing it. Parcel tape would probably have been enough to stop the ungrateful animal nudging its way through. But there was always the worry that the parcel tape might turn up at its edges and look a mess, and then I'd regret my decision. There was also the possibility that I might miss the cat. Sometimes it purred. I might have missed the purring. I watched the flap for a few moments, then hurried over to the window to catch a last flash of black tail as it disappeared over into the yard next door. The cat was gone. So I turned my attention to the list on the work surface, took a pencil and added the word tuna, folded the slip of paper into my jeans pocket, replaced the pencil, and walked over to the back door to confirm that the 2 bolts were secure. I checked that my wallet, driving license, notebook with attached pencil, mobile phone, and car keys were in my bag. Touched the kettle and washing machine plugs 3 times each, rechecked the back door, then hurried out of the kitchen before any doubts might set in. I knew it would be all right once I was in the car. I was always all right in the car. The supermarket was anywhere between 10 and 20 minutes away depending on traffic, and all the way there I played over the morning so far. From the point when I'd been ready to leave and that black and white cat had popped in through the flap and purred. So now it was after 9 and the car park was busy. Too busy. But I knew that driving straight back home would not have been the right thing to do. Inside, the aisles were still sparsely populated, so it would probably be okay.